Why do you feed the starving out of goodwill? Why?
Because I care about people. I want to see people succeed. I want to see people happy.
Good. Okay, now do you think that's real?
Of course.
You don't think it's just relative? You think it's really absolutely good?
I truly care about everyone here.
Good. Okay, now remember, the only way there can be a moral absolute, like real good, is if there is some God to create and define this intangible value of real absolute good.
How so?
Okay. Science does not prove justice, goodness, and love. Justice, goodness, and love are intangible values, right? You've never seen a foot of justice. You've never measured out a pound of love, have you?
I would disagree. And I wouldn't say science, I would say sociology. Sociology defines justice in context of society. Justice differs from society to society, and you can measure it, you can quantify it in terms of society, in context. It's not an absolute concept that is universal through every human being. She might view justice differently than I might view justice.
Yeah.
He might view justice differently than you view justice.
Right.
And that has to do with context. That's not universal.
Do you think that the Nazis did wrong in gassing Jews?
By my view of justice, of course. Do they? No.
Do you think that there's a value of justice that is above your cultural law?
Of course. There's different views of justice, yes.
No, but is there a law, is there a value of justice?
Is there some staple of what justice is? No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. You've heard of the Nuremberg trials?
Yes.
1945 to 1949, right? Now, the lawyers for the Nazis were brilliant. And what they argued was, you allies have to understand something. These Nazi soldiers gassed Jews because their commander told them to.
Yes.
Secondly, because their culture told them to.
Yes.
So who do you Americans and English and French think you are in judging Nazis who were simply following orders and their culture? The Nuremberg trials shut down until the American counsel, Robert Jackson, stood up and said there is a law above the law. And according to this law, above the law of culture and powerful people, gassing Jews is absolutely wrong.
And what law was that?
Bingo. That's what you got to answer.
No, that's the question I'm asking you. What is the law that they said?
Obviously, the only way there can be a law above the law of culture is if there is some type of mind prior to the human mind that defines what is just versus what is unjust. I'm standing here saying, you know, because you have a conscience and a rational mind, that gassing Jews is absolutely wrong.